our next guest has made quite a name for herself for being outspoken, opinionated, and tough. And that's why we love her. Please welcome back friend to the show, Star Jones. Thanks. Those are fabulous. Do we have shoe cam for Star? Keep your feet down. Yes. You made a comment, the straight hair girls. It's so funny because we both wear the magic hair and it usually has a bit of curl in it. And I saw you at Denise Rich's gala and you were on stage and you had straight hair that night too, and so did I.
This is my actual hair.
All of it?
I added one little piece.
Oh, okay.
One clip.
You got clip-ins.
One clip.
Okay.
Yeah, honey.
It looks nice.
You don't like it?
No, I do like it. I'm just one clip.
Yeah. Ask your hairstylist, girl. But you know what? Hair's an accessory.
It is an accessory.
You should change it with your mood. No big deal.
Yes.
I just love it.
Okay. So now, we were just talking with our friend Charlotte from People Magazine.
I saw.
And I know you love sexy men. Do you agree, Channing Tatum?
You know, when it's a little weird for me to find somebody sexy that I could have given birth to, it's just, I feel like the old auntie at the club.
Yeah.
You know, it's just wrong.
Not me.
Yeah, because I know you were feeling a little Shia LaBeouf. I think he's a hottie.
Yeah,
I do think he's a little hottie.
I think those boys are good what
but
they're good for.
But I like a man. I like that.
Yeah.
I like sexy men. Smart and powerful, and that's what I find
But those
sexy.
boys are good what they're good for. The dive bar and things like that to look out for, you know, us older women, you know.
I mean, I understand, but it's just, I don't want to be the old auntie at the club. I just
All right, so how are today's professionals going over
so
at the Today Show?
So much fun. We did the Today Show. Actually, we did it this morning, and Donnie has a message for you. He would like to come the next time I come, so he can sit in the middle, because that is his fantasy, to be in the middle of the two of us. So, he told me to give you his love.
Yes, and nobody from today's professionals will co-sign on this, but I'll share it with you. It is my belief, based on word in the street, that it's going to branch off into its own talk show. That's my belief.
You know, you put the word and your seal of approval on Satan's Sisters, and I'm going to say from your mouth to God's ears. How's that?
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the election. What is that right there?
Oh, yeah. You know, these are my credentials. I was a Democratic surrogate, so I went to election night in Chicago. Yes.
Nice.
Honored guest. And joined the celebration in Chicago. I was on the phone making phone calls to get out the vote. I was up voting at 6 o'clock in the morning when the polls opened. You know, as a Democratic surrogate, I really and truly took it so seriously.
Were you, like, sequestered in a suite?
Oh, no. Well, you know, it's a big convention center.
Because I heard you and Vivica A. Fox, friend of the show, were together.
We were. Because she was also a Democratic surrogate also. And so, you know, we had the whole group of people that were in one area until the president was reelected and it was announced. And then we went and joined the whole group. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Now, there was a moment during the speech that really touched you. Explain that moment.
You know, Wendy, I was paying attention when the president and the first family walked onto the stage and they were saying hello to everybody out front, and there were people behind them, and his youngest daughter, Sasha, gets her father's attention and says, "Behind you. Look behind you." And so he turns around to acknowledge evereveryone in the rear.
She's being very low-key about it, too.
And she's like, "Daddy,
and you can see her
behind you." And what I loved with that moment was it showed good parenting.
Yeah.
It showed good parenting and sensitivity towards other people.
While he was in the middle of his own thing.
The biggest thing, and how much do you love that the dad turned and paid attention to his baby?
Yeah.
That's really good parenting. I loved it.
And so now, actress Stacy Dash endorsed Mitt Romney, and she got a lot of backlash for that. What are your thoughts?
You know, I encourage African Americans, brown people, to be involved in, because, you know, we make up a whole collection, Latinos, black people, Caribbeans, everybody. I encourage you to be a part of both national parties, because maybe policies will change that influence and impact on our community. But if you have a vagina, brown skin, and a brain, I don't know how you could have endorsed Romney. That was a problem for me. You know, we start out with, you know, I'm serious. On women's health, Romney Ryan was against women's health. You know how I am about that. Then voter suppression with the voter ID laws. And then every major policy flip-flop throughout the campaign.
Oh, Stacey.
So I'm sorry. So you do you and endorse who you want to endorse, but understand, I'm going to come for it.
Oh. Okay. And now, your guy, Donald Trump, you were Celebrity Apprentice.
Yes.
You are a New Yorker. Donald is your friend in
A long
life.
time.
For a long time.
He's mad at me right now.
Well, he offered President Obama the $5 million to turn over his college documents. What are your thoughts on that regarding Donald? And
you, like you said.
And did you hear Hot Topics?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I did.
There's a lot going on with him.
Okay, well, all right. You know that when other people didn't have my back, Donald Trump did.
Yes.
So we do go back a long time.
Yes.
That's why I spoke to him over a year ago.
Privately?
And to his assistant, and by email, and to members of his family, to tell them my concern about him disparaging not just the president, but the office of the presidency. And that was a problem for me. This is not a blind sight. And so it bothered me, Wendy, when it was an effort to cast the president as other, like not one of us. And you don't do that because, one, he obviously is an American, and two,
He did graduate from Harvard.
And he was the president of the Harvard Law Review. They don't let just anybody be the president of the Harvard Law Review. Oh, why are you gonna make me upset?
Because do you think that Donald is losing his mind?
Well, no, I hope not. The only thing is I know he's made people who really did like him very uncomfortable, because the tone that he took really started to make people question.
Not just about the president, but in general.
In general,
the things to share, the things to Brian Williams.
So you want to just pull it back and pump your brakes a little bit, especially when you're talking about how serious these issues are right now. That's just, you know, my personal advice. He's going to do whatever he wants to do.
Did he invite you to Celebrity Apprentice All-Stars?
But you know I wouldn't have. Yeah, I did. Yes, I was invited. Yes, I turned it down. I wasn't really interested. I had succeeded in raising awareness for heart disease. I had got all the money I needed to get, you know, for the American Heart Association. And I didn't want the drama.
Is there any update on the movie to your fabulous book, Satan's Sisters?
Oh, thank you so much for asking. I had a producer's call, I love saying that, yesterday, and the script is about to be presented to VH1. I think we're about ready to start the casting.
All right, so now,
we're close.
Star, you know, this coming Friday, I was looking forward to, and I know you probably were too, the Barbara Walters one-on-one interview with Lindsay Lohan on 2020. Only Lindsay pulled out, and now I'm upset, and they're upset too. Are you upset?
Well, one, I'm not upset, but two, but I think that Lindsay really missed out on a great opportunity. Having been someone who had stress and drama in the middle of the media, and I picked someone to talk to about it that I thought it would be the definitive interview, and it was Oprah. And for Lindsay, the definitive interview would have been BW. There is no one better at that than Barbara Walters.
Yes.
And so when you sit down with Barbara...
Her publicist did not want her to possibly jeopardize the case, you know, where she said she wasn't driving, but apparently she was driving, and there were pills strewn all over the car and in the trunk.
Well, you know what? You know how to answer the question, is say this is a case that's still pending, Barbara. So forgive me if I don't get into any specifics. I'm going to let the court go ahead and work its way out. And I know how to tell you what to say.
Yeah.
And that's not a lie. So then you would reap the benefit of the credibility of a Barbara Walters. So I got to tell you, you missed the opportunity to sit next to the Grand Dame when she don't do that.
Okay, so Star, everybody, is a huge fan of our New York Giants.
Yeah, I love the Giants.
And how are you feeling about them right now?
You know what? I got a little depressed. But a real fan is with you when you win and when you lose. And so I'm like that.
I heard that one time you and Vivica A. Fox were stuck at a Giants game.
Not just one time. How about Sunday before last? We were stuck after the game. The ride wasn't where it was supposed to be. It was crazy. So do you know that New York Giants, Hakeem Nicks' brother and his boys from home picked us up in a van, and we got in. And do you know those guys got us back to the city safely and soundly?
That's nice.
They made sure that we got back. I was so, and I sent a note to one of the owners of the Giants, to John Tish, and I said, see, this is how a real Giants man is raised up in this field.
Well,
I'm very proud.
I knew that you were a fan of the Giants, so I got you a gift. And just look over here.
Okay. What is it?
You're gonna love it. Check out today's professionals on the Today Show.